welcome to today's discussion. Okay, so if you're already following us, tell us where you're watching from while we wait for others to join us. Tell us, drop a comment where you're watching from. What are your expectations for this section? What are your expectations? And I hope to meet them, meet all your expectations. So, we're discussing a very important topic today, which is how to find your niche in the educational sector. Um, I saw that there is just a lot of struggles among teachers. Everybody is just into classroom teaching. In fact, not everybody though, but other niches are just scanty. There are less personnel in those niches we are going to be looking at. So most of those niches are just scanty, and everybody is just packing in classroom or subject teaching. And we are trying to still bring the same mistake we're making in the classroom to the technology parts, like the online teaching. A lot of us are just bringing it into the online teaching. So that's one of my burden. That's one thing I saw that made me want to treat this topic like we need to know that there are other niches everybody can find in the educational sector, and it's not limited to subject teaching and all that. Subject teaching, what again, classroom teaching. I think these are the basic ones most of us know. Okay, so I hope everyone can hear me properly. Let me invite others. So just drop where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching from. Drop a comment where you're watching from and your expectations. I really want to read your expectations. What are your expectations? What kind of clarity do you want from this section? So I'm waiting for comments. I'll be in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your comments. Okay, let's dive in. While I wait for your comments, please drop them. Drop the comments. I will read them. I'll go through them. So while I wait for your comments, let's dive in to how to find your niche. Let's start with what a niche is. What is a niche? When it comes to niche, I defined it in my notebook as is a way to specialize, stand out, and succeed. So if you really want to succeed in any sector, not just the educational sector, if you really, so you need to niche down that of all trade. I actually heard that this saying, um, you do all trade and you're a master of none, that is not correct. But know how. You can learn everything, but you cannot be master in everything. That's why you see when you're going to do your masters, no matter what you study, you will have to specialize. So that's it. The same thing in educational sector, you have to specialize somewhere. And if you're specializing is not limited to just classroom and subject teaching. Okay. So I define niche as one way to specialize, stand out, and succeed. And again, I defined it. This simply means in a particular area and be known it. So there are two definitions I gave it here. Oh, I saw a comment, Daisy Learning Hub. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please drop comments of where you're watching from or where you're specializing. Okay, so let's continue with our discussion. So it is wanting to specialize, it is wanting to be known for it. And excuse me, we are not going to come to your house to know you. We won't come to your house to know who you are and what you're doing. and your area of specialty. We won't come to your house to know it. So if you're specializing, make sure you're putting it out to be known for it. And there are things I note down here. Building your niche requires consistency, professional training, visibility, selling yourself. So note this thing, it's not just about specializing. When you specialize, you need to build. And you should know that it takes time to build. Don't join in a niche and in 2 months you're feeling like there's nothing there. There is no niche that cannot sell. Every niche can sell. And when I look at the future of teaching, I see a future where there is need for specialty. Forget what's happening now. There's a revolution. I know I will refer back to these videos I'm making now in years to come. There's a revolution in the educational sector currently. You may not see it, but a very big change is coming up. And those that don't know their game are likely to be kicked out. So that is why I am very intentional about every teachers around me to make sure that they are aware that a revolution is coming. And if you don't know your game, you are likely to be kicked out. Forget all these things you stay in school and they're just paying us a little thing and little thing there. There's a generation that won't accept that, and it's going to bring a very big revolution. And technology as well is bringing new revolution. So if you don't know your game, there is um there is ability that you can be kicked out of your game if you don't know how to play it. Okay, so if you're building your niche, before we dive into those niches, I really want you to note this. If you're building your niche, be consistent. From when you're starting, I would like to tell you that things may not be coming out of it, but if you are choosing to stay here, stay there. If you're choosing that this is your field, stay there. If you're choosing that this is what you want to do, this is the career you are going to build, stay there and build it. Okay, stay there and build it. Be consistent. Always show up, whether anything is coming out of it or not. Show up. Take advantage of social media and keep showing up. Next is professional training. When you find your niche, as we're going to be discussing them, when you find a niche that you want to specialize in, go for professional training. And professional training does not even necessarily mean that you will start looking for who will train you or look for a school or something where you go to be trained. No. Technology and the online space has made things very easy. If you don't have money yet to pay anybody to train you or to go for um, other professional training that require payment, go online, search for free courses that are related to that thing you're doing and study them. Be intentional. Go to YouTube, click the search button, search for things that are related to that area of specialty you want to do and start watching it. Make sure every day you add something to that your specialty every day. As I am now, every day I make sure I see a video that is connected to what I am doing. Either I see a video or I read a book or I listen to a podcast, but I make sure that there's an added knowledge every day. There's this saying that says the day you stop learning, that day you start dying, right? It might not be physical dying, but in any field you are, the day you stop learning about that stuff, the day you stop learning about that field, there's possibility that you stop being relevant. The people with recent knowledge will outrun you. Okay, so be professional. Go for professional training. There are many trainings online that are related to that thing. Many free trainings online. Go to Google and search. If you want to specialize in maths for primary children, go to Google, search maths free courses for maths teachers, free courses for early years learners, free courses for teachers trainers, and all those stuff. Search for it. Go and search for it and get professional training. go for the ones that have certificates, so you can include it in your CV. But even if it doesn't have certificates, still include it in your CV. You can include it in the training part or certificate part. So in building your niche, you have to be consistent, be professional, go for professional training. Then be visible, go out there and show yourself. That's what I mean by being visible. Visibility, seek for visibility, go out there, go and show yourself. When I mean go out there, go out on LinkedIn, go out on Facebook, on TikTok. In fact, TikTok algorithm favors anybody. No matter what you're selling, what you're doing, it will sell on TikTok. TikTok algorithm favors everybody. So go out on TikTok and be visible. When I say be visible, if it's video, shoot video. If it's post, drop post on that thing. Be consistent. Then sell yourself. I can say sell yourself and visibility are common. They can be the same. So being visible is that people know you. Selling yourself is that people are buying from you. You've sold yourself to these people and they are buying from you. Okay? Then let's talk about the selling niches in the educational sector. Like I said before, this revolution that is coming to the educational sector, if you don't know your game, you'll be kicked out. I will keep saying this. If you don't know your game, you'll be kicked out. So these are the niches I've written down that are selling in the educational sector. I want this video to be as short as possible. So I'll just go straight to it. The basic ones are STEM education. The first ones are STEM education. The STEM education stands for um, science, technology, engineering, and maths. So this STEM education, if you want to specialize in it, I also advise you can specialize in STEM education as a whole, which consists of science subjects. They call them science subjects. So it's science, technology, engineering, and maths. I used to see one video recently on what's it called, on YouTube. One advert that USA, United States of America, are recruiting people that specialize. Okay, yeah, science, technology, engineering, and medicine. Let me be sure. Let me be sure of the meaning of this term anyway. But I think it's science. So what I was saying before, USA are recruiting people that specialize in this STEM education or STEM career. People that specialize in this, they are recruiting them from different countries. So you can imagine for US to be looking for people that specialize in this and they are recruiting them to their country, then you should know that this is a big selling niche. So either you specialize in STEM education, even if you did not, but I actually advise that if you want to specialize in STEM education, it should be that you have at least a bachelor degree in any of these science subjects. Maybe you did science education, or you studied maths, or you studied physics, or you studied biology, or you studied basic science, or you studied engineering, or you studied medical related courses. Okay, I was right. So STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yes. So and they focus on developing problem solving skill, critical thinking, and innovations. So if you're specializing here, you should have a degree, at least a degree in science education or science related courses if you're specializing in it. Then go online and look for professional courses that are related to it, relevant ones, study them, see what they are doing in that field, and start putting out yourself. Start building up your resume. You can look for little children in your area and start teaching them some of these things and use them to practice and include them in your resume or your CV I used to advise anything you're doing related to your course, use it and build your CV. Whether you did it for free, it's a volunteer work, whatever, include them. Use them and build your CV. Include them. They are your job and you did it. Okay. So this is one of the places you can specialize in. You can specialize in STEM education. If you don't want to specialize in STEM education as a whole, you can specialize in one of it. Either you specialize in physics, computer science, and inside, look, just inside this STEM education alone, there are more specialty. There are more specialty. I've seen a job on LinkedIn where they say they just need a calculus teacher, just a teacher that teach calculus. So you see, this specialty is still becoming more narrow. So even inside it, there is physics. You can specialize in physics. You can specialize in computer science. You can specialize in mechanical engineering courses. You can specialize in algebra. There is a professor in one of the universities I know. He's just a professor in algebra specialty. You can specialize in algebra, biology, software development. I know you think software development is not for teachers. Then who is it for? In fact, one of the things we need to start doing in our schools is software development and all these recent courses. Imagine you become a specialty in software development or data analysis or any of these courses, and you package it yourself. Go to one of these big schools and give them an offer. Tell them, I am a software engineer. By then you've trained yourself. Okay, don't go to form anything you're not. All right. So imagine you went to the school, you told them, I am a software engineer and I am looking forward to work with your students. You sell yourself to them. I want to work with your students to teach them how to develop softwares like app. Explain it to them. I might not know much about it. So, but if you venture into that field, you go to most of these big schools in Lagos. Tell them, pay me this amount every Wednesday and Thursday, or every Wednesday and Friday. I come to your school, spend 3 hours with your students. Either you select your student that you want them to specialize in this, they should pay me this amount. You can tell them, pay me 200,000, pay me 300,000, pay me 400,000, depends on you. I come to your school, I teach your students this. Then just sell yourself. Tell them how, sell yourself, make them know how important it is. This is 21st century, right? Imagine every school will want their students to have some tech skills before they graduate. So sell to them that if you buy into this idea, and imagine your parents hearing that your schools are offering tech subjects in a world like this and all that. I'm just trying to show you scenarios you can use to sell yourself. Even if you pitch yourself to 50 schools, there are more than 50 schools in an area in Lagos and in Abuja. In one area, there are more than 50 schools. If you pitch yourself to 50 schools, there is no how, if you sell yourself well, there is no how 4 schools will not call you to come and teach their students. As long as you pitch yourself well. So one of the things you need to learn is how to sell yourself. If you are specializing, you need to learn how to sell yourself. So if you sell yourself to 50 schools, there is no how 4 schools will not call you, up to 4 schools will not call you. And if you go to these schools Monday, go to the other school Tuesday, go to the other school on Wednesday, go to the other school on Thursday, go to the other school on Friday, and imagine all the schools are paying you up to 30,000, because there's no how they will pay you up to that if they are offering a tech skill. Or let's even reduce it. Let's say imagine a school is paying you up to 150,000 and 4 schools are paying you. How much are you making? And is it not better than spending your whole life inside a classroom? I'm not trying to talk down on classroom. Of course, we'll always have classroom teachers. But I'm trying to say that it's not all the teachers will not pack themselves inside classroom. This is even why, because we are packing ourselves inside one classroom, we're always looking up to school owners to employ us. We're not making out things for ourselves. That's why school owners are using teachers anyhow. So if we want to make things right, all of us It takes all of us to make things right. Okay, I'm not saying there's not going to be classroom teachers. There will always be classroom teachers, but every one of us cannot pack ourselves to classroom. In fact, classroom is becoming too saturated. A lot, there are already too many teachers in the classroom, and subject teaching is also becoming too saturated. So we need to find other niche. And I'm still action. Okay, let me know if I can make anything appear. Let me see if I can make some of these things appear. Okay, let me see. So we're talking of STEM. Let me write STEM education, which consists of science, technology, engineering, and math teaching. Okay, how okay, so that's it. So we're talking of STEM education. I hope you can see it on the screen. And this STEM of education consists of science, technology, engineering, and math. And I was talking of find niches that are rare in this STEM education. If you can't do all of them, find niches that are rare. Pitch yourself, go to your schools or parents, sell yourself to them and teach their kids. And please don't accept to spend all your weeks and days inside classroom. When you're pitching yourself, when you're selling yourself, please be wise about it. Let's go to the next one. The next one is special need education. Hmm. You see this special need education really overemphasized. There is need for special need teachers. What does need special need teachers take care of students with that has disability, disabled children, maybe children that has learning disability or one disability or the other. So that's what special needs do. Let me put that one as well. Special need, that's the next. So next is special needs. Let me put it. Special needs education. So we need teachers that will teach children with learning disabilities. Need education. We need teachers for children with special needs like learning disabilities and other disabled children. So you can go into that niche. I know that niche is not yet saturated. Many of us don't know that there is a special program that you should specialize in before you can teach children with special needs. It's not for everybody. I can see most times um, when I post job opportunities that has to do with special needs, nobody replies or nobody applies because there are people in that niche are not yet that much, and we need a lot of hands there. So you can specialize in special needs, and everybody cannot do everything. Find one niche and specialize in it. Find one niche and stay there, and build. By the time you build to some level, people will start contacting you. In fact, you will be running away from jobs. Don't just sit down in the classroom and be complaining um that they are not paying you well. If they're not paying you well, do something with your life. If they're not paying you well, find something that will pay you well. So this special need education, we need teachers there. We need people that will specialize in this. We need people that knows what it takes, not just teachers that just want to do try and error. No, we need teachers that are good. So if you know you want to venture into this, find courses, find people that are training. I know people that are training teachers for special need children. Find people that are doing training on this and follow them, see what they are doing, and start building your own. Build, build. I am emphasizing build something. Build something. Don't depend on school owners to employ you. Don't depend on them. Do something. Okay. On my list is language learning. When we talk about language learning, let me write it down. When we talk about language learning, there are a lot of language. Chinese, in fact, Chinese is becoming one of the language that is selling so well in Nigeria currently. And this is because many Chinese companies are coming over to Nigeria to build. And most times Nigerians will need to learn their language in order to communicate. Secondly, so many Nigerians are traveling to China. And in China, they don't really speak English. So many of them that are traveling to China will want their children to learn Chinese language. And not only Chinese language, there is phonetics language. But I feel like phonetics language are becoming saturated. A lot of people, once one niche come out and Nigerians hear that there is money there, everybody just pack themselves there. It's not supposed to be so. So a lot of Nigerians are already into phonetics learning. So to me now, if you're learning phonetics, it will just help improve your own speaking most times because it's becoming a saturated niche. Another language is French. French is another language. Another language is Nigerian language. Many parents abroad are looking for how to teach their children Nigerian language. Nigerian language like Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and others. So another is Nigerian language. Then next on my list, okay, sorry for the glitch. This is Nigeria. So sorry. Okay, so I said next on my list is corporate training. As a teacher, you are not only called to teach small children. That's one mindset I need everybody to correct. You are not just called to teach small children, you are also called to teach adults. When it comes to adults, it's not just teachers. You can train corporations. And what I mean by you can train corporations is that you can find a problem as a teacher that you can solve in companies and what they are not doing well. If it's how to use um, basic tech tools like MS Word, Excel, I know you won't believe that this will sell, but just try it and see. Like MS Word, Excel, and all those things to train other corporations, you can invest in it. So that's it. If you think this is a niche that will fit you as a teacher, then go into it. Go and train corporations. Go and learn the necessary skills. It's also teaching. Teaching is not just teaching children. Teachers are of course for everybody, depending on the niche you want to venture into. So if you think you can train corporation, just go and learn the necessary skills you think corporations need and train them. Okay, I said I don't want this video to be too long, so let me quickly rush. Next, you can venture into is online course creation. Online course creation. If you're a teacher and you're yet to come into the online space, then you're still wasting time, because there's a lot of opportunities in the online space. And the only opportunity in the online space is not just online tutoring. I was saying initially that we are bringing back this character we use in the classroom to the tech space. Online teaching, online space is not just for subject teaching for your online courses. Do something different. Come on, do something different. You can venture into online course creation, creating courses. For instance, there are some companies that are looking for people that will do videos for them, teaching videos for them. They are on LinkedIn. There are some companies on LinkedIn looking for teachers that will do teaching videos for them. And one of the characteristics is that you have to have British accent. So that's where this is where learning phonetics comes in. Most times you don't learn phonetics or phonics. You don't learn phonics just for phonics for yourself. You can learn phonics for your own personal development. So next time when you see phonics courses, your mind should not just be for phonics teachers. Learn phonics to improve your English, because it's becoming a global world. The world is becoming one village, which is the internet. So you don't know an opportunity that will come tomorrow and might require you. And one of the most accepted accents are British accent and American accent. So most times you just learn those things to improve yourself for your own personal development and to improve your assets. So if you want to venture into online course creation, first of all, go into developing yourself. Learn how to create courses. Know the necessary equipment you need for creating courses. Okay, professional courses I mean. Then go online, look for companies that require that skill, and most of them are remote job. If you don't find a company that require the skill, start creating your own courses. I have one idea, and the idea is there is need for someone that will give us step by step solution of all what do I call it? All the WAEC question. There's a WAEC past question book, right? Where that contains all the years from 1990 something to 2024 and all that. So there is a need, which is someone that will do a video solution of all those questions from 1990. Imagine you have a video solution of all those questions. Think about it. So that is where course creation comes. Don't sit down and think there's no opportunity. Whatever there's an opportunity, think outside the box. Think outside the box. There's an opportunity in whatever you study. Online course, especially WAEC, there is need for people that will bring video solutions to those questions. If you go to CSE, which is UK exam that is related, right? Online, GCSE has many video solutions to their past questions, but in Nigeria we don't, and we need someone that will solve that problem And the next on my line, okay, let me update that. The next on my line is, okay, let me check. Educational consulting. When it comes to, there are many niches in educational consulting as well. Educational consultation means you've become a master or whatever in a particular niche, and you now you have so built yourself in it that people are now consulting you. So there is consultants in different niches. We need consultants in STEM education. We need consultants in technology in education. We need consultants in language learning. We need consultants in corporate training. We need consultants. Almost every aspect needs consultants. We need consultants in special. We need consultants in many of these. Okay. Need for educational consulting. Find out what you offer, master it, and become a consultant. That's another thing we need. That's another niche you can venture in. You can also become children trainer that train children in different things. You can become a trainer in a particular sport, like football, handball. In Nigerian schools, we don't do sports. The only sports we do is inter-house sports. But it is necessary that at least every weekend children come out and play handball. Children come out and play football. And because there is nobody that is building in that niche. So imagine. So we need consultants. Even in sports, we need consultants. Okay? So think outside the box and find out something. If you studied, what's it called? PHE, right? I remember I did that in primary school. So if you studied PHE in school, you study physical health education, right? Come on. The only need here is not to go and start teaching PHE in classroom. There is need for sport teachers. I don't even know if we play handball in our secondary and primary schools. Meanwhile, we have children that are talented, that need some of these basic skills. Chess. I don't know if we have chess teachers in our schools these days. And chess is there was a time chess was trending. Imagine that time chess was trending was an opportunity for anybody that knows how to play chess to go to schools and pitch themselves. So go to schools and sell yourself. Find out a niche, become a specialty in it. I'm trying for this video not to be above 1 hour. So let's continue. I just hope time will come when we pick these skills one by one and pick out other specialties that are there. Even in each of these that I'm listing, there are specialties. There are a lot of opportunities in the educational sector. I don't know why we are not seeing it. I don't know why we are all packing ourselves in the classroom and packing ourselves in subjects. There are many niches. It's just that I don't know if is it that we are not ready to build. Come on, there are many niches you can focus on. Just build yourself in it. Build. It might take time, but rather than just sitting in the classroom and earning 30,000. When I hear that teachers earning 30,000 these days, it breaks my heart because I know the condition of the economy. Sorry, some of us are watching from other countries, but it looks like I'm focusing. But I believe this economy is everywhere. This economic situation is everywhere here. But it's looking like I'm focusing on just Nigerians. So next on our list is become a technology integrator. Okay, let me update that. Become a technology integrator. When I say technology integrator, I mean someone that will go to schools and teach them how to integrate technology in their everyday learning. A lot of schools are looking for technology integrator. But before you even teach others, you need to master it. So that's why when I was starting, I stated that First thing you need to do is not to launch out. First thing you need to do is to build yourself. The first thing you need to do is to build yourself. So build yourself. Go out there and build yourself. And next is next on my list is curriculum designer. Our curriculum is outdated and it's tiring. Like it's really outdated. The other day I was going through the book of a primary school child. I was going through the book of a primary school child and I saw typewriter. Why are we still teaching our children typewriter? For Christ's sake, typewriter. Ah God. Why are we still teaching these children typewriter for Christ's sake? So that's another thing. We need people that will advance into technology and come and teach these upcoming kids so they won't be outdated. Other countries are building robots and we're teaching I'm seeing typewriter in a primary school child textbook, computer and it's computer science textbook. Hey, it is well with us in this country. So that's another thing. We need technology integrators, people that will study technology and teach this upcoming generation. Another thing we need, which I'm thinking we might have another section of this. Another thing we need again is assessment specialists. We need people that will go into our assessment and review it. We need people that will go into our assessments and review them. We need assessment specialists. And we need curriculum designers, people that will redesign our curriculum. Go to schools and pinch yourself and redesign their curriculum for them. Okay? Redesign curriculum for schools. I'm trying to put that here. Curriculum designer. This is something else that we need in our schools. We need to redesign our curriculum. We need people that will redesign our curriculum for us. I'm just noticing that this video is not clear. So sorry about that. I don't know why, but I think next time we'll improve on that. Okay, I just noticed that it's not clear on your end. So it's very clear on my end, but I'm just noticing that it's not clear on the other end. So we improve on that. Let's just finish up, and I just hope you can hear me clear. Clear. I hope you can hear me clearly. So we need curriculum designers. We need career educators. Most of our students, when you ask them what they want to be, the only thing you hear is, "I want to be a doctor," and I want to be a lawyer," because that's the only career path they know. We need someone that will go out there to schools as a career educator and educate these children on what career is about and educate them on how to know the career path to venture on. Most of them just randomly say, "I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer." That's just the career they know. They don't know any other career because we don't have someone teaching them that. So we need career educators. We need people that will come to schools and teach our children about career. And if we don't make moves, we will keep being outdated and other countries will be ahead of us. Many children in primary and secondary school don't even know that there's anything like robotics, engineering, there's anything like software development. All these recent things, if they don't know it, how will they venture into it? And they think the only thing to be is doctor, lawyer, and engineer because there's nobody to teach them. Let me even update that because that's very important. We need career educators. So let us not just pack ourselves in the classrooms. We need career educators. We need educators that will teach our children about career, not just maths, English, and social study and all that. No, we need career educators. We need people that will teach them the career path to follow. Next on my list, so after career educators, next on my list, we need personalized tutors. Okay, there is need for personalized tutors. Personalized, what it means to be, many of us don't know. What it means to be a personalized tutor is that you you have a student. Your job is to their need, study their need, study their weakness, study their strength, then teach them according to how they learn personally. Teach them how they learn personally, their own method of learning. And in classroom, you just use any method of learning to teach everybody. But when it comes to personalized learning, everybody have their own method of learning. So you focus on their method of learning and use it to teach them. Let me update that. So that's personalized learning. Personalized learning is to get a child and find out how they learn, study them, study their strengths, weaknesses, find out how they learn and teach them according to how they learn. Okay? Then next is culinary. Okay, what? Okay, I wrote down culinary education and nutrition, and I also stated that this focus on teaching students cooking skill, nutrition, and healthy eating habits. I've not seen a teacher that is specializing in this aspect. There is need for, when we were in school, we were not opportune to learn good eating habits. We were not opportune to learn food and how to balance them, how to cook. Most of us learned how to cook on our own. Some of us learned it in our mother's kitchen. Then school is not just about maths and English. School is about learning these things and learning basic life surviving skills. So one of the basic life surviving skills is cooking, food, nutrition, and all that. We need to learn how to cook. We need to learn how to balance food. We need to learn nutrition. We need to learn healthy eating habits. And we need people that specialize in that. Sometimes I wonder what teachers that studied food and nutrition are doing. You don't you're just going into schools and still teaching the same thing you were taught. Let's make a change. It's time to change the educational system and it depends on all of us. Let's make a change. Let's make a difference. So you can specialize in cooking. You can be a cooking tutor. You can be a cooking educator. You can be a nutritionist, a nutrition teacher. So let me include that. So I said it's culinary and nutrition educator. So this is it. We need culinary and nutrition educators. So it's another specialty anyone can specialize in. So let's rush it. Next on my list is digital learning specialist that support schools and organizations implementing technology learning. Okay, I will stop. There are still so many niches. There are so many. But for now, I will stop here. I believe that in all these things I've listed, should be able to find a niche. But if then, I am not ruling out subject and classroom teaching. If you want to specialize in subject and classroom teaching, build yourself. Go out there and build yourself. Any specialty you want to venture into, go out and build yourself. So go out there, build yourself. Okay? So how do you find your niche? How you find your niche is, first of all, what you study in school now matters. But if you don't like what you study, you can go for advanced studies and change to what you really want to venture into. I know most of us, it was just JAM that gave us one course like that. It wasn't even our choice. So next on our list now, next next on our list is how to find your niche. So first of all, find your passion. Find what you love to do. Find what you love doing. Go out and find courses that are related to it. You know, when it comes to education, you need certificates. Forget all these things that saying certificate does not matter. It's not. In as much as it's about your skills, you also need certificates, because sometimes people will question your professionalism, and you need certificate most times to prove it. Okay, so you need certificates to prove it most times. So find what you're passionate about. Go out there, learn about it, master it, then come out. Even while you're still learning, start advertising yourself. Start writing about it on social media. Start presenting yourself as that thing you want to be. That's one step to it. Present yourself as that thing you want to be. You might not have been it, but as you're putting effort to become it, start presenting yourself as someone that has become it. It's not like lying now. What I'm just saying is start positioning yourself. I think position would be a better thing. Start positioning yourself for that thing you want to do. Start positioning yourself for it. And let people start knowing you. Go out there online. Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Pick one social media platform and start making noise about that thing. As you study, make noise about it. Let people start knowing you for it. So that's the thing. One is to become a professional. Second is to advertise yourself. You can be a professional and nobody will know you. If you don't put yourself out, if you don't advertise yourself, no one will know you. Okay? So, and start creating your own community. I will give opportunity for questions. If you have questions, you can drop questions in the comment section. Let me just give few you later. Drop questions in the comment section. If you are seeing this video later, you can drop questions in the comment section. Okay? So drop your questions in the comment section. Really attend to it. If you're in Smart Chats community, you can drop your questions in the discussion group. We have a discussion group. I know most people don't know. We have a discussion group. So you can drop questions in the discussion group. All right. So we're rounding up. Either you drop your question in the comment section or in the discussion group. Secondly, okay. So lastly, before we go, as everyone know, I am Miss Angel. I am your go-to for your professional development, for your career development as a teacher and an educator. As educators on how to improve in their career path and others. So if you like to contact me, you can drop a comment and I will find a way to contact you or drop my number for you. So whenever you want to contact me for any training, personalized training, or any group training, I am always available for you. And if you've not joined our Smart Teachers community, I would say you're really missing a lot. It is quite important that you join the community. Educators, we're passionate, we're concerned about your development. Our joy is to see you to see every educator excel in their career. And I hope to hear from you soon. Um, we will know if we have any other, if we will have this topic, because I know we've not even exhausted it. If we'll have another discussion on this topic, we'll communicate in the Smart Teachers community. So for now, we hope to see you in the other time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned in the next video. Next upcoming program called The Future of Teaching. And we have a very important person that will be speaking with us.